women. I feel like you don't like women in general. Not necessarily like just Black women specifically, like, because I've been watching it. So I've watched you for a while now.
What
so
does
I
that
feel
mean?
like
What does that mean? I don't like women in general.
I mean, like, as far as you don't like us as the way I always tell my husband that I don't like you personally because you're an asshole. And
You don't know
I
me
feel
personally, so you can't say that. You can't
okay, well,
say you
I
don't know.
don't like you as a person
You don't
that I
know
do
me as a
not know.
person. You don't know me as a person, ma'am. All you know me is from a YouTube channel.
Yes, correct.
But I need you to get back to why I don't like women, why I don't like half the population.
Because I feel like the way you speak to women is very assholish. And it's not like you.
Assholish meaning direct.
You could be direct and not be an ass.
Okay, well, you still haven't substantiated what asshole is.
The way you speak, like, okay, so for instance.
Let me ask you a question, Tiffany.
Yes.
How often let me ask you several questions. How long have you watched my program?
For about almost a year now.
A year. Okay, so every woman that comes on the show, when I engage them on the call, I immediately go to being an asshole, as you would say.
Not immediately, no.
Okay, no, not immediately. Then what precipitates that event, Tiffany?
If you don't like something, it's automatic asshole.
No, ma'am, it's not. There have been plenty of people who, excuse me, ma'am, there's a video up right now with a 37-year-old Black woman from Jamaica where I talked to her for an hour, and there was no asshole. And I didn't like several of the things she was saying. There's plenty of videos up there, ma'am. You're outright wrong. What precipitates that is usually when someone gives me an attitude. I reflect back what's at them.
I mean, but you can handle it differently.
Ma'am, I handled it the way I no, ma'am. So you want me to take bad treatment, disrespect, and handle it? Excuse me. Let me finish. I'm the coach, the consultant, and what I do is effective. I mirror back what someone's giving me so they can see themselves and make a correction. Let me ask you a question. Do you work?
Yes.
What's your profession?
I'm in the medical field. I'm a nurse.
Have you ever worked any time in the ER?
Yes, I was on the EMT.
Okay, great. So when somebody comes in critical condition, do you have time to worry about each other's feelings, or you got to get shit done to save somebody's life?
You have to save the life.
Somebody could easily say that nurse Tiffany's a bitch, but I bet you that the person whose life you save says thank you.
I mean, yes.
Of course. No, ma'am. Okay. So I'm at work. And depending upon the level of trauma and the triage necessary, I may need to go stop the bleeding before we get to the bedside manner. How come you can do that in your job and I can't do it in my job? Why does that make me an asshole, but you a professional?
Because I don't talk to people. Even if you're in trauma, I still can't talk to a trauma victim.
Who said you're talking to a trauma? The person in the trauma don't hear you, but the people you work with. You mean the people you talk?
Even the people.
Okay, ma'am. First off, ma'am, I'm not a therapist. I'm not here for your feelings. I'm a coach and a consultant. Understand that.
I understand.
And understand, if you don't like it, then turn the channel. But here's the thing. I am not a woman, and I'm not going to speak to women like a woman. Does your husband watch the show as well?
Yes.
Is he an asshole?
He's been watching it for longer.
Is he an asshole as well?
Yeah, I'd say he is too.
Uh-huh. So why don't you divorce him?
I will. I thought it was a joke, but
no. I really wasn't. I don't play with breaking up families. But see, if you could be married to an asshole, assholes get shit done. Pussies don't.
Not necessarily, but
lady, I'm not going to debate with you. Bottom line is, You may not like my delivery, but it does not start with me. It starts when I get it. And I oftentimes say, look, rein it back in, do something and so forth. I am not going to allow someone to be rude to me, dismissive to me, and just take it and say, well, let me coax you down, especially if I'm not getting quote unquote paid from this person. If they want my bedside manner, they can book a session. Basically, you're the tone police, man.
Well, so if the person was to book a session and pay for it and then give you the same attitude, you
That's
would
none of your
talk
business.
to
That's none of
them
your
not
business. What I do in
nice.
a private session is not your business. Ma'am, you're the
Well, no,
tone
I was
police.
just asking
No,
a
no,
question.
what you see here is what happens there. I'm a coach where I am. But let me ask you, ma'am, the people I'm talking to, typically black people, black women in particular, how many black women were married? What percentage of black women were married in their lifetime?
What percentage were married in their lifetime?
Will marry. What percentage of black women can expect to marry? Out of 100%, what percentage?
It's a low percentage,
How low?
probably about 20.
26. 1 out of 4. That means 3 out of 4 will never have what you have. If we had a
Correct.
26%, if we had a 26% chance of survival, and that means across the socioeconomic spectrum. If you had a patient that had a 26% chance of survival, are you going to go in with moderate treatment or are you going to go in with aggressive?
Aggressive treatment.
Thank you. I'd rather them survive. And I would hope as a medical professional, you could you could at least understand that, especially somebody who's in the ER. Don't come to a coach or a consultant when we're in trauma and critical condition asking me to be a tone police or people who are tone deaf. Sadly, many times that's the only way I tend to get through to some of these people, reflecting what they're giving to me so they can hear it. Do you make any allowance for that?
Somewhat, but
No,
I feel
no,
like
no, you don't.
it goes
The
overboard.
answer is no, you don't. I'm just an asshole. I'm just a callous asshole that just does this because I don't like women. That's what makes sense in your world. Even all the examples I've just given you, even if I tried to make a bilateral comparison to you, you still want me to be an asshole. Just like you can't make this shit up, people. But if I'm an asshole, I'm an asshole. It gets results.
I don't think all the time it does.
It doesn't matter. Do all your patients survive?
No, not all of them.
Why is that a standard? It doesn't happen all the time. Who does? What happens all the time?
I mean, nothing
That's not even a
happens
valid
all the time.
argument. It's not even a valid argument. Just say, ma'am, I don't like your tone. But you got to understand that your tone ain't always right every day either.
Correct.
All right, ma'am.
But
Bottom line, you married to, okay, I'm not going to change my tone. I reflect what's given back to me. And here's the bottom line. If you really want my tone to change, Tiffany, then why don't you do this? Tell the women to come in and act better.
women come and act better.
No. Why don't you, no, you go tell that to them. Because 1 out of 4 women will get married, black women will get married in their lifetime. Something's going amiss. They're not getting the outcomes. And
Yes.
And who's talking to women to try to help them get anything else other than a pastor telling them everything gonna be all right, keep praying to Jesus, and keep calling you the Queen Mother Goddess, Coco Moss, Sea Moss Gold. That ain't working. Where's all the conciliatory calling language? Where's that gotten? Our sisters?
To the point where we are right now, yes. And
is that a good place?
The
Is that a good place?
unwed
Is that a
mother
good place?
rate is
Is that a good
high.
place?
No,
Is
it's
that a
not.
good place? Well, on this channel, I got black women coming in and saying that I was going to leave my husband. Now I'm double down and staying with my husband because I watch your videos. I got people talking about how they are married now watching my channel. Plenty. People who are making engagement videos, relationship videos, talking about because of listening to this, I'm a better mother, wife, sister, daughter, everything else. The woman who just called in before said the week before her mother passed, her mother apologized to her after she watched one of my harshest shows, Winter's Coming. I'll take my asshole because asshole gets shit done.
in a
That's
sense.
hate. No, ma'am. No. See, this is what I mean. There's no amount of truth. It's always need to be right. No, you're wrong. No, ma'am. Just go to understand. There's no amount. They will never give it to you, black man. Facts, figures, data, statistics, results. When you aren't right in their eyes, nothing matters. So keep doing what.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. How long have you been watching my program?
A couple months now.
Couple of months. All right. Why do you think or feel as though I hate black women?
I don't feel that you hate all Black women. I feel like it's only a certain part. Um, when I say that, I mean more of the stereotypical Black women who are loud, obnoxious, and quite rude, very combative. Those women are the ones that you don't particularly care for, because there are different sets. It's not just one.
Okay. Well, I don't. Okay. Hate is a strong word, but let's take that particular subset. Uh, who has the opposite feeling of hate for those women?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. Could you
Well,
repeat
well, if
that?
you, I don't use the word hate. I mean, you say I don't hate all black women. I just have a dislike or a disdain or distaste for the stereotypical blah 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 blah. Right?
Yes.
Okay, who likes them?
Nobody.
Okay, well, so I'm kind of in step with the norm.
Of course.
So, is there an issue there though? I mean,
Um, Not for me because I don't feel like I am that type of woman, but I have been listening to your shows, and some of the things you do say did represent me, of course. And as of now, me listening and getting to know your channel a little bit more, I do try to change myself and try to make it better so that I'm not that
so
typical
you
Black
really
woman.
okay. So, thank you. So
You're
you really
welcome.
don't have a really a conflict, and you were just okay. What I'm trying to do
I
is,
used to before.
uh, or what changed?
I started realizing stuff about myself that was exactly what you were saying. And if you didn't like it and I didn't like it, how could I expect somebody else to like it
Hmm.
and then them just be okay with it? That's not how
Okay,
things work.
okay, so well, and that's kind of what happens with my program. When people finally sit down and listen, they find out that it's really more to than just the sound effects and anything else. But I appreciate you coming in.
Hey,
How old
how
are
you
you?
doing? Can you
How
hear
old are
me?
you, by the way?
I'm 32.
All right. Why do you think I hate black women?
I don't believe that you hate Black women. Only problem that I do have with you is, well, let me ask a question before I just assume. um, do you do shows like this about Black men?
Okay, that's not the topic, and that's not the subject. And let's just say for the sake of argument, I don't. So what? Let's just say for the sake of argument,
So
I
if
don't.
this,
Let's just say for the sake of argument, I don't do shows about black men. Does it change the validity of what I'm
okay,
talking about?
so if you don't do shows about Black men, then you're causing a bigger problem down
No,
here.
no, no, no. I asked you
For
a question.
the
No, hold on. I asked you if I don't do shows about black men, period, comma. If I don't do shows about black men, comma, does that fact change the validity of what I do talk about? Yes or no?
well, no, it don't change the topic, but
Then
it's
okay.
just
Oh, no, no, no. So stop right there. So let's stop right there. Whether or not I do shows about black men, the validity of my arguments and the shows I do is there. Just like you don't ask daytime TV, who had free reign from the late 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, who had nothing but programming about how men ain't shit, black men in particular. Where are the men's TV shows? Where are the shows about men? You didn't ask daytime TV that.
well, you when you come on the camera, you talk about a lot of, you know, Black encouragement things, but then when it comes to situations like this, you only being biased on one side.
No,
So
no, no,
then
no. That's not true.
eventually,
First off, that's not true. That's not true. I granted your
it is
argument. No,
true.
no, it is not true. It is not true. It is not true. Because number one,
How?
because I spent 3 years talking to men. That's been discussed so many different times. But I granted
But you
your
didn't. You
argument.
got
Hold on. I granted
platform.
you don't overtalk me. You don't overtalk me. That's this is what don't do. I'll unmute you. Go unmute yourself, please. You can't overtalk me. People can't hear us. Ma'am, I gotta say, you've already said that whether or not I talk to men, that does not change the validity, whether or not what I'm saying about women in my shows is valid.
No,
That's the only point. That, ma'am, if my shows are valid, asking me to talk about men doesn't change what I say about women. True or false?
I'm not saying that. That is
True or
not what I'm.
false? But true or false? I want to be clear on the logic. True or false?
Yes, it's
Okay.
true.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not saying anything that you say to the women is incorrect. I 100% stand behind you on half of. A lot of the women do not take accountability of what they're doing. My problem is when it comes to the men, is not getting talked about, or they not going back and watching those shows. They only see these viral shows that's coming out. So they're the men, the modern day men that's down here at the bottom with me, they're just watching the shows and just taking in heed of what the things you're saying. So when they run into a woman like me, they're automatically going to be afraid.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on, ma'am. I call bullshit. I'm telling you
I
why I
don't,
call. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why I call bullshit. Oprah. Hold on. Oh, no. Where are the cries for balance in black programming from when women are making it? I don't hear you guys crying for balance. You got one black man, and since not even 2 years, and it seems to be your overall. Well, why don't you talk about men? Forget the fact that I spent 3 years documented talking to men. All those videos are still up. Women like yourself seem to just overlook that and then expect
no,
me stop and then expect me to be responsible for what I say and then how you say that these modern men are going out there. That is a bullshit argument, man. Those men have their own minds. Number one, they can make their minds up
they
about what they're seeing.
don't. I'm living with them. I'm telling you.
They do have their own mind. See, this is that whole we want balance. It's only balance when it starts getting hot for them. There was no request for balance. Bottom line, ma'am, you said what I said was valid. I'm not going to change what I'm doing. If you want balance, then you go talk to the men. But I want you to also go out to the media complexes and start asking for equal representation for daytime men's TV. This is the nutso argument. So because I don't talk about women enough, and I don't talk about men enough, that don't make me hate women. This interview. Hello, Tiffany, unmute yourself, please.
Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. All right, Tiffany, why do you think I hate black women?
Okay, so I don't feel like you specifically hate black.
I didn't know today's topic was going to be on that, but it's interesting because I definitely kept having that thought reoccurring in my mind as I was watching you. I just don't feel like you operate with empathy and kindness, and I just feel like everything is directed to black women, and it's I don't still think you're that nice.
Have you watched this from the beginning today?
Today, but
So
I
when
don't.
did you? Hold on. When did you come in?
When you shared the Zoom link, I was
Okay.
actually researching.
But hold on, because I covered this. I'm a coach and a consultant. I'm not here to be.
Are you licensed?
I'm a coach. Look. I let you speak.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that.
Are you licensed?
All right, you are not going to overtalk me. You're just sage and everything else. See, What you tend to find is a common strain in women like this. Y'all can burn your sage and your incense, but all this about you're not nice, and then you come on here acting this way. What do you expect to get? I mean, what do y'all expect to get? No, I muted you because you're not going to overtalk me. I was very clear. You're not going to overtalk me. That's rude. So I'll unmute you if you can try to have a reasoned conversation. Do you have any children?
No, babe.
All right. Now, are you licensed? You don't get a license to be an image consultant.
Oh, you're an image consultant. I thought you said you were a therapist and a coach. So are you a coach?
Okay, stop. I've already said I'm an image consultant and a life coach. You don't have to, no, you cannot overtalk me.
So you are not a licensed coach or a licensed
No, and I never held myself out to be one. You're French toast mine. I don't know why people like her think that makes a difference. Because you're not a licensed, but you're doing a real good job at your profession right now, just being foolish. So you're not really here in good faith. And like I said, I use people like this as an example. They come in with little to no information, skip right into the conflict. But I guarantee you, she'll be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. And that's where you need to be. Because someone needs to tell women who are so disagreeable that it's not helping you get the things you want out of life. It's not helping you. So you're not licensed. What state licenses image consultants and life coaches? Whew. Got me. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. Lexi. Whoever this is, Sade, if you're not on camera, you can't be on. Hello?
Before bed tonight, try saying these 9 simple words to help attract money while you sleep. Neuroscience.
For us to have discussion on.
And you're how old again?
35.
35. So why do you think I hate women?
So I do think there are some things that I've heard you say that I agree with regarding women of today. I'm not using that term modern women. I think that's foolery. But I do think that
I gotta ask, why?
Because people evolve. So men of 1800 aren't the men of 1900, but you're not using a modern man.
But we talk about the modern era.
Okay.
We talk about modern. Hold on, man. Hold on. We gotta be intellectually honest. We talk about modern conveniences. The internet didn't exist, TV. So how is saying something is modern foolery when it's accurate?
Because it's the rhetoric of how you are labeling women.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. See, words mean things.
Yes,
what
they
does
do,
modern?
sir.
What does modern mean?
It is newer, and I am not disagreeing with the meaning of modern. I am disagreeing with how you present that to women. When you say things like the modern woman.
I present it as it is. You are modern women.
So let me ask you a question, because
okay, ma'am. Before we do that, modern, relating to the present or recent times as opposed to the remote past.
Okay,
that's the definition.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster. But
that is what we don't do.
So here's what
that is what we don't do.
Here's what we do.
That is what we don't do. Now, I've already set the ground rules. That is what we don't do. So either you can rein it back in or I'll bid you a good night. Because if you have a problem with language and the dictionary, then you got a bigger issue than this. Bro, you might got problems on your hand. You want to try this again? Because like I said, I'm cool with you, but you cannot, don't come in here trying to be rude, because I haven't done that to you. Be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. And just don't overtalk me. That's it. You want to try this again? Let's go ahead.
So I do think we should discuss.
Are we clear on the whole notion of modern and foolery? Because here's the thing, ma'am. Ma'am,
I don't
please,
want to
please,
argue
please.
modern.
Okay, well, see, this again. I need to be clear. I want to talk to somebody who's being reasonable. And if you
How
have a
am I
problem,
unreasonable?
okay, I'm going to try this one more time. If you have a problem with me calling something as it is and is defined, calling it foolery, then there's really nothing to discuss because you're just in your feelings and about opinions, and we can't debate that.
So so let me be clear. We are debating the fact that the topic is that we think Black women think that you hate Black women. Is that correct?
No, I'm not. You and I are talking about you calling modern women foolery.
Yes. So I made a statement that is true, and I did say that I believe the rhetoric was
It's not
foolery, but I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing that,
But
right?
it's not foolery. It's not
right.
foolery. It's accurate. It's accurate. I need you to understand, people. How do you get anywhere when you can't even get out of the blocks because 2 plus 2 being 4 is disagreeable? So, I'll go on to someone else. Maybe you want to calm down.
Meow 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 meow.
I mean, did I miss anything in here, people? I mean, did I miss anything in here? I don't get it. I don't get it. You want to argue on the definition of what is means. And go ahead. I see you guys in the Zoom call. I mean, in the Ask Godfather link. Hello.
Hi,
Megan?
how are you? How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Are you smoking?
No, I am burning sage to cleanse the energy.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm burning Palo Santo as well, so I'm cleansing out. I'm cleansing it just as well. So,
yeah.
How long have you watched my platform?
I just found you today.
Well, then you really can't. Then okay. Have you watched one of my broadcasts end to end?
Yeah.
All right, then. Why do you think I hate Black women?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Spotlight News. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to check more videos about Papa Kevin Samuels and keep liking on his Instagram, on his YouTube channel, and other channels across the world for support. Let's keep on putting a name on this legend, Papa Kevin Samuels, and may his name be remembered for the good work he has done. May his soul rest in peace. We salute you, Papa, wherever you are. You brought light to the Black African community, because a lot of things were missing in us, most especially confidence and how to talk in public, like how to navigate your way around men or women. So today we are going to look about these ladies. They came so bitter. Not only one but two. They came so bitter, but what pissed me off, okay, this lady, she came on the live and Mr. Kevin was like, why do you think I don't like black women? The lady said, Mr. Kevin, you're an asshole. What? This is someone who's having a family. This is someone who's having a kids. This is someone who's having responsibility, and this is someone responsible in the community, and you're calling them an asshole. And she surprisingly, she was very happy talking about an asshole. Not only one time, but many times. Mr. KS, you are an asshole. And the man, okay, no, he got pissed off, but he went down to us. He told the lady, what makes you think I'm an asshole? To the extent, what surprised me is this lady went down and she said, also her man listens to Mr. Kevin Samuel's show. Then Mr. Kevin was like, so what you mean even your man is an asshole? And she was like, yeah, of course. he's an asshole. And Mr. Case was like, why don't you divorce that asshole? And she's not willing to leave the man. So guys, okay, we ladies, we are so complicated. I'm also a lady, but okay, someone does their show, at least try to put some respect on their names. Try to put that respect to that same person. Give them some respect. Like, you don't have to disrespect someone to that extent. Oh, to the extent, so you, when I come to, imagine someone bumping into your side and like, you're a bitch, you're a prostitute. How would you feel? But this is someone who has a family, and you went on their show to tell, just, she said, yeah, I like everything about you, but what I don't like about you, you are an asshole. Man, I got surprised. I was like, what kind of respect is this? If we let's leave that she's also an asshole. Let's chill her. So another lady, I don't know, this time around they just came in to smoke Mr. Kevin Samuels. This lady said, yeah, I like your show. What you talk about women is real, but why don't you talk also about black men? Mr. Kevin was like, what? Are you trying to command me on what I do? Look at the TV shows. You can see a story of a woman and men, or whatever you want to do. You can also go and do your black men show. Me, I want to talk about, does it change anything when I talk about black men? Will it change anything I feel about women? And she was like, no. So this lady was so bitter, like, it's like she wanted him to come out and speak about also black men, to prove a point to black men, you know. It's like coming out, you want to prove a point, and you go and do your show, man. You know, one thing I liked about Mr. KS, and I still like about him, he was a straight man. He will tell you, he won't come and to brag around the bush. He will be straight to tell you that, ma'am, this and this, you either take it or not, because it's his choice. This is his show, and you're trying to come and tell someone that you talk about black men. And I think us ladies, not even ladies only, but it's like even us, we don't want to speak the truth or the reality about us. You know, someone, imagine some lady comes in, they talk about their weight, but if you're to calculate very well, this is a lie. It's just a total lie. Someone trying to lie you. So guys, I think, if let's try to put some respect when you come to someone, is sure, try to put some respect. Don't just, you know, this lady came in, why don't you do black men show? She didn't even want Mr. the owner of the show to talk. It's like she wanted to own that show. It's like the show is hers, you know. We have that problem of over talking, and you don't give time to the person you're talking to speak his mind. So you come and just yap around. You don't give time to the person you're talking to also complete his statement. You just come in and fire that person instead of giving them time to also stand and tell you the truth. So this is where he always asks them, did you come here to argue, or did you come here to sort anything, or did you come here to really work on something? Because it's like you came in to argue and to argue with me. So guys, that brings us the end of today's videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, That's Spotlight News. And guys, as we talk, we are still talking about depression. We are still fighting depression, because if you're to look at these behind videos I've brought to you, it's like these ladies are depressed and they need someone to quarrel with, to yap with. Not even, they don't know the purpose of calling to someone's show. They don't know the purpose. They don't know what they want. They really feel like what they have to say is the right thing, or it's the right stuff. So where does depression comes in? Guys, a lot of young ladies, young men are losing their lives because of depression. Someone gets so depressed to the extent that person has no one to speak to, has no one to talk to. So guys, what I mean is, in case you have that chance of talking to someone about depression, please do talk to someone. You never know. Us together, we can fight that thing. Us together, we can fight people's lives. People will have their lives together, because you never know, your word may leave a big gap in someone's life. They may help them to go through that mental state so that they can live to see their future, they can live to see whatever they see. Because at times, people need to be just advise. You never know, they can learn in any way or the other. Or advise them to listen to Mr. KS videos. They can help them and navigate in one way or the other. So guys, we are still fighting about depression in youth. Let's talk to someone. You never know, you may actually, outside there, you may be a victim of depression and you went through it. Give that knowledge to someone going through depression, or to someone going through in that state of depression. You never know, it may bring a big gap to someone's life. If someone has been thinking of taking their lives, or someone has been thinking of doing something ill, they'll get to know more after talking to them. Your word may bring a lot of some confidence in that some person. So guys, let's not forget that if you feel someone is depressed and you can help, let's help one another. People are running mad because of overthinking. People are lacking what to do because of overthinking. So talk to someone out there. You never know, it may help you spiritually and mentally. It may help someone. May God bless you so much. Thank you for listening to me, and keep following for more updates and for more videos. Thank you. Bye-bye. May God bless